Shalom Aleichem to the members of the GYE Hizuk broadcast. Taiva. It's probably the ultimate enemy we're going to face our entire lives. Rabbeinu Yona in the Soda Tshuva is trying to help us with this. He's trying to help us, of course, to stop sinning, period. And he brings the Eitzah of Rev Avraham ben David, who he says was one of the Chasidei Olam in his time. Can you imagine what one of the most devout people in the world were, what they were like in his time? And he says the following advice. He says, you have to try to refrain from eating too much. Now, I want you to understand, at least, I think it'll help us to hear about the first time I read this. I was holding on to a sandwich, and this happened to be my favorite sandwich. It had this fluffy, soft onion roll, right? The little pieces of onion on top, and these slices of turkey in between, and there was this homemade mayonnaise. It had little pieces of pepper, and it was delicious. As I speak to you right now, my mouth is starting to water when I think about this sandwich. And I'm reading the words of Rabbeinu Yona, who's quoting the Chasidei Olam, one of the greatest people, and he says to refrain from eating. But he goes on and says like this. He says, look, of course I'm not telling you to stop eating and drinking. It's enough what the Torah forbids already. However, in the midst of eating something, stop before you've fulfilled your desires, he says, for the love of the Creator. When I heard that, the sandwich is in my hand, and I thought to myself, he probably doesn't mean leave the last crumb over on the plate. I was about halfway through the sandwich, and I thought about stopping. And what happened? You see what happened? My hand started to shake at the thought of not finishing the sandwich. And then what seemed to be like forever, but it was probably a few seconds, suddenly I could wave the sandwich right in front of my face and it didn't affect me. It's true what they say. You can break a taiva. It's like someone broke their arm. They're not using their arm. This taiva was broken. It didn't have a grip on me. Thank God. And I saw, he's right. As he says, it's a wonderful barrier between taiva and you. And I realized, he goes on to say, this is a way to prevent you from sinning in general and from the worst taivas we face. Rabbeinu Yona closes this section beautifully. He says, this strategy can help us remember to love our Creator and stop us from sinning. We can all discover that it's within our reach to break the foe of taiva.
Thank you for listening to the Guard Your Eyes Daily Chizuk broadcast. Pass them on to your friends and help spread Kedusha in the world.